Hey everyone, it's Tammy Tiller-Hewitt, and I'm coming to you today with a slightly different twist from our normal Fridays from the field. And I want to talk to you about what's on the minds and hearts of our providers and their staff. And it's not always medicine. Sorry to be the bearer of that news. A lot of times they're thinking about what's going on in their personal life, like their finances as they're preparing for retirement, or just thinking about retirement and being planful even in their youth. Or maybe they need to start planning for kids to go to college. So finances is something that wears heavily on all of us. So recently I was having lunch with a very trusted advisor of mine, Joe Allaria, and he's a financial advisor. But we were having lunch and we were talking about liaisons and how we can tool them up to really understand when they're hearing issues that are financially related from for providers and their staff. And I'm not suggesting that you become professional financial advisors, but I am suggesting that you are able to understand when you hear a need, even if it's outside the scope of what your organization can offer. And we want to make sure that we're guiding our providers to the right experts in the right area. You know, we would not go to a mechanic if we suspected a brain tumor, right? We would go to a neurosurgeon. And so that's why when physicians and their staff and other providers are talking about financial issues or financial concerns, it's just good to be able to understand what a financial advisor can do. And if it's just maybe it's just giving them advice or getting them in the right direction. But we have to be able to protect, the precious amount of income that we all get, and to be able to be planful for the future. So take a listen to Joe. I asked him to just provide you some information so that you could kind of have a better understanding when you're hearing this or that, to be able to offer some suggestions and some guidance. Because at the end of the day, our role really is to become a trusted advisor. So take a listen to Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe Allaria, partner and co-founder of Carson Allaria Wealth Management. As a wealth management advisor, of course, everybody wants to know, how do I become wealthy? Or how do I stay wealthy? And as an advisor, I've worked with a lot of wealthy people. I've studied wealthy people. I've observed wealthy people, and we have as a firm. And we've noticed a few trends and a few key mentalities among those people that we believe are key, and we believe that has helped them get to where they are. And I want to share those with you today, and so hopefully you can take those and apply those to your situation as well. And it really boils down to just two things. The first is wealthy people understand that they need a plan, right? Unless you have a rich uncle or a rich parent that's going to pass away and leave you a massive inheritance, you're not going to become wealthy overnight. It doesn't just happen. So you got to have a plan. And it's no different than if a patient comes into your office. They're not going to get well by accident. You have to assess them, you have to identify the major risks, and you have to map out a plan for them, an implementation plan for them to carry out so that they can get better. And it's the same thing in the financial world. So you need a plan. Number two is you need to make sure you have a cohesive team, that your team is working together so that you can leverage good advice. And a lot of physicians out there, or any clients that we have, they'll have an accountant, an attorney, an insurance agent, and if you're in private practice, you may have a commercial lender, and they're all doing things for you, but how often do they talk to each other to make sure that they're on the same page? So a wealthy person understands the importance of getting everyone on the same page. But because they are busy doing what they do, being a physician, being a business owner, they don't have the time to do that. So what they will do is they go out and they'll hire someone like us to come in and be their personal chief financial officer, so that we can make sure that all those professionals are on the same page, that they're all working as part of a cohesive plan. When you do that, you become more efficient and you get multiple people working together for you so that they can bring the best ideas to the table for you. So again, you need a plan, and you need to make sure your team is working together so that you can be efficient. So I hope those tips have helped you today, and I hope that you can apply them to your situation. Again, I'm Joe Allaria, Carson Allaria Wealth Management. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great weekend.